morning, man.
Good morning, feller.
For all of you listening here, thank you so much for tuning into yet another installment of the Stay Uncomfortable podcast. This is Yohan,
It's your boy Oscar.
and today started out terribly, horribly.
But it
Uh,
wasn't that bad.
It was bad, bro. You left. All right, so let me just say this. I tell this man to be here at my home, at my place of residence at 8:30 in the morning. How do how do I decide not to show up? I'm here and I was sleeping. My alarm, I swear to God, I put my alarm, bro. And I thought it was one of those things where I put the AM or the PM. No, it was AM.
So you just didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it. My body checked out.
But it's alright. You know. It's alright.
You look me in the face when you say that.
Bro, it's alright.
You forgive me?
Yes.
Man, I'm sorry.
Bro, it's cool.
Bro, what is my biggest pet peeve?
What do you mean?
What is my biggest pet peeve? Me.
Like procrastinating?
No, being late.
Being late?
And I'm the one who did it. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I repent to you and to the audience. This was not becoming of a man. And hopefully it won't happen too many more times after today.
Listen, man, you went to sleep late, alright?
I did.
You was working and you had husband duties to do. I can forgive that.
True.
It's
You
not
know
like
what? I'm not arguing with that.
It's not like you was here just chilling. My bad for assuming that you were, but it's cool, bro. We got this cool setup that you made, and I'm proud of you for doing this.
I'm proud of you too, bro. You paid for a lot of this, so thank you.
We don't got to disclose that.
Hey, so did Manny. Hey, we're gonna disclose that. So did
Stay
Manny.
Uncomfortable funded all this because we're a team. We're together.
Yes, we're a team.
Nobody here does more than the other.
No, that's not true. They do a lot more than me sometimes, so I'm just gonna put that out there.
And man, how's your week going?
My week was terrible. Had a bro. Today's Thursday.
Yeah.
Feels
you
like
sound
this.
like me.
Feels like this week has gone by like 7 times. Monday morning. Well, Monday night. Everything is chilling.
You're probably living in the look of the Irish movie where the like day keeps repeating.
I must be living in that movie because this is ridiculous, bro. I am coming home from work. It is 9:30 at night. I am not speeding. I am being a good citizen while I'm driving. Boom! I hit a deer.
Yeah.
I hit a brolic deer.
It was a man.
I don't know what that was, bro, but it was not sent from the Lord. Maybe it was. I don't know. I'll see at the end of this what really happened.
He just got done doing 10 in the
Man,
pen.
listen, I drove by the next day, by the way, and I said, I hope it's dead. And then I started, and it was dead, and I was like, good. No remorse. I was even going to be like, wasn't getting my hunting license
Bro,
to go get my lick back.
That deer was a martyr for all the other deers.
Bro, they're going to keep dying anyway. Listen, my car is undrivable.
It's not even here.
It's not. They towed it like to 7 towns away. I don't know why. That's what my insurance told me, and so that's what I'm doing. Hey, they were not going to send me the check. Let's put it that way. So they did what they did. Now I am rendered useless when it comes to a vehicle. They let me bring my truck home though, so that's good.
Really? Where is it?
It's right over there, other side.
Oh, it's because I came through the other side, so I didn't see.
Yeah. I was gonna show him my truck anyway, bro. You know, it's a cool thing. It's like one of those man things. Like
You have a cool truck. This red, right?
No, it's white. They gave me a new one.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's good. Anyway, bro, I'm just gonna do my wellness check across the board.
So just one number is gonna be like
Everything is a 3. Everything's a 3. Matter of fact, give me a 2.5 for the mental part.
At least it ain't a 0.
It could be a 0. I was telling my brother, like, yo, it could have been worse. You know, could have been snowing when I hit the deer. The car could have just decided to start leaking all the fluids it could and not drive. I could have hurt myself a little bit more because I did kind of hit my chest a little bit. I was not wearing my seatbelt. I was not wearing your seat. Why is it that every time we get into serious accidents, we're not wearing our seatbelts?
I wear my seatbelt.
Ever since that one accident?
I wear my seatbelt if I'm going far. I don't really wear my seatbelt locally.
I consider where I work locally though, even though it's really not. But sure.
If I had to take a highway, I'm putting a seatbelt on. That's my.
That was irresponsible of me, and God protected me yet again. But, yeah, bro, I'm gonna give myself 3 across the board. That's what I'm doing, and I'm not talking about that more.
Okay. So for me, my week has been also crappy. It's been an emotional roller coaster of a week for me.
Yeah.
It's, I give myself emotionally and mentally probably like a 4 though. So physically I give myself like a 6, and then spiritually I give myself like an 8.
Hmm.
I know we got like a few extremes in here. Yeah,
That's good. That's good though. I
yeah,
always want to see your numbers up there. That's all I
yeah.
want.
So
Emma,
that
Emma, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Just because you have such a good work, I'm gonna bump mine's up to a 4 because you just made my day better.
well,
How
you're
about
welcome.
how about that? All right. Yeah, man. A couple other crappy things have happened to me this week, and I can't even remember. Honestly,
Good. What's a good thing you don't remember them?
are you sure it's a good thing, or is it just too much to keep track of?
No, it can be a good thing. Probably be reminded of it, but perspective is everything, bro.
Perspective is everything. We do have. I do have a show about that eventually,
Yeah.
talking about perspective. But yeah, man. Do you have a question for me? I heard you say, "Ooh, this is a good one." That you.
Yeah, sometimes I come across questions during the week and then I'll just save them, but then today I just looked it up. So,
Okay.
what is the worst assumption someone has made about you?
Okay. Probably the same one they've made about you, but in a different context.
What's that?
They have made assumptions about me saying that you see, just for the viewers context, I'm a musician and I've been a musician for basically as far back as I can remember my whole life.
Yeah. You're still a musician, just not actively.
Yeah, and I played in church for a good 10 years. Well, in the same church for a good 10 years. A lot of people made the assumption that I was an arrogant musician. I was playing for myself, that I did what I wanted to just because, and I'm like, really? I'm just having fun. I'm just enjoying what I'm doing.
Hmm.
I can teach anyone who wants to learn. It's not even a problem. And then that assumption kind of led me to second guess myself. I'm like, am I really just showing off here? And then I actually had to talk to a more senior musician than me. Talking to this guy's in his 40s and he's a beast. He's been playing in church for a really long time. And uh, I'm not sure if he even watches this, but if he does, shout out to Anthony Malone. You don't know him.
Thought it was somebody else.
Nah, nah. He told me, bro, when you know what you're doing and you make it look easy, it makes it seem like you're being arrogant, like you're showing off. But what are you gonna do? Pretend like you don't know?
Hmm.
You worked your whole life to give God excellence, and now you're gonna let some people bring you down because they can't do it, and now they're gonna make you think that you're arrogant. And I'm like, yo, that's true.
I heard something yesterday that said, "Don't apologize for the blessings God has given you."
Yes, that is true. I saw that too. I don't know where I saw it, but I saw it. But yeah, man, that assumption was very. Uh, it kind of brought me down for a season. I'm not gonna hold you because I really thought that I was like showing off and doing for myself. Even though I'm gonna say this,
There's been
sometimes
times,
sometimes we showed off on purpose just because we wanted to have fun and wanted to exhibit certain talents that we had that we couldn't just show in a regular church service. So we just went ahead and did it, and it was fun. There's nothing wrong with that.
and sometimes we showed off and messed up.
Yeah, but that was when we were learning, man. I don't
Yeah,
know, bro. Christians are weird when it comes to those things. It's like we're the only people who cannot take a compliment. We always have to be fake humble and say, "Oh, all glory to God." Oh,
bro.
no,
The day we
thank
touch
you.
that subject is gonna be a hopefully,
A
you know,
long show
yeah,
because yeah, I got a lot to talk about that.
yeah.
But I digress. What about you, man?
Uh, about the same, just not an arrogant musician, just an arrogant person in general.
It's
So
because your face is so monotone, bro.
yeah,
It's not even a bad thing. It's just you
I
don't
I
you
do.
don't exude so much emotions like other people do.
No, the thing, like I don't. I think God created me. Like I think God always shifts our personalities to what He wants us to be in the future.
Yeah.
So God created me like in a way I feel that like I love psychology, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I walk into a room and I'm automatically scanning and studying like the energy of people, like their faces and even their tone of voices. And that comes with like just having a certain demeanor to you that's like which might look like, oh, I'm here scanning everybody up and down to see like what's going on, but in reality I'm just like I want to see what I'm walking into type of thing.
Exactly.
So, and like, just clothing wise, because I like expensive things for anybody listening. So a lot of people used to be like, "Oh, why can't he just wear regular clothes? Why it gotta be? Why his shirts for church gotta be from Express and
And
slim fit and
I would
everything?"
have turned around and said, "Why can't you afford it?" Now that's I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Paul actually talks against that. So
And talking about that musician thing, something that like I forgot who I was talking to. I was talking to think I was talking to Yomi about that, and she was like, and I told her I was like, you a better worshiper than me because when I see you worship, you really have that passion in you and things like that. And I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I started playing the piano, like I did it just because it looked cool. I did it because I no longer wanted to kind of be in the little dance ministry that we had going on.
yeah,
So it's like don't get me wrong, like I know that I was doing it for God, but a lot of the times like it was more of the action towards just the people
yeah.
rather than okay, God, I'm playing the piano for you. Like I never really had that mentality to be honest with you.
Now I want to touch a sensitive subject for you in that area. Okay,
Okay.
if I do recall that season in your life with you and your current wife, when you were comparing yourself to how she worshipped, that did cause some issues between your relationship, right?
Yeah.
Because you kept comparing yourself to her and you basically said, I'm not worthy to be on the same platform as she is at the same time when I know that she's living for God and I'm not living up to how she is.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a tough season cuz I mean, just for the sake of stay uncomfortable being the title.
Yeah.
Me and my current wife did fall into premarital sex.
Right.
So during that time, um she was she had like you know how they say God's holiness is the standard and it kind of convicts us in that in itself.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like every time we would fall into the sin, it'd be like she'd be the one crying in tears and repentance, and I
Mhm.
guess I was already numb to the feeling, so I'd just be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I knew it was bad, but there was no real conviction or repentance to it. So then when it was time to play the piano, I almost felt a bit hypocritical because it's
Well, of
like,
course you would have. You know, it's there's no way that us living in a certain sin would not give us that feeling.
yeah.
You feel me?
So every time I would play while she was the one worshiping, I would feel kind of like
Like gut wrenched.
gut wrench, but also a little mad because it's like you're up there singing and you're crying, and I know why you're crying. People think
Mhm.
you're crying because you're passionate about God, which can be and
It
not a
can
but.
be.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
but and I also know you're crying because you know you kind of look at yourself and it's like, oh, I'm a sinner and I'm up here thinking that I'm better than everybody.
Right.
So my fear, to be honest with you, was always like somebody's gonna come up here and just expose the sin that we're committing.
Yeah.
So I'd always be like, oh, why is she up there crying now?
Which that's an interesting dynamic right there because I've always disliked that oh, someone's gonna get you
Yeah,
feeling in the back of your head,
yeah.
right? And that's really not what Christianity is about.
Bro, the amount of times that I would not like to sit in the front of the services just so I didn't get picked, like exposed for anything.
Bro, honestly, we have a lot of damage control to do as a church because the fact that we that's even a possibility
Hmm.
makes me it infuriates me. Because all right, let me put it this way. There's no reason, and I don't know why we're going down this route, but whatever. There's no
Yeah,
reason that a member of the church should have to be thrown out to the dogs just because. I've seen it happen time and time again. It's happened to me, and I it really just bothers me because the restoration, the redemption aspect is lost in that. It's all about, oh, we know what you did.
hmm,
Oh, God talks to me. God
hmm,
reveals to me, and then what comes after that, which should be, but God also talks to you. But God loves you. Things that could be done in a private setting,
yeah,
that have to be done, in my opinion, in a private setting,
yeah.
are basically made a show out of, and that attracts people. Because if I'm not mistaken, you know what? We're not gonna go down that route. Not today.
Ah
Not
man,
today. We're gonna get uncomfortable another day, but
we're gonna get uncomfortable. We're gonna make people that listen to us uncomfortable.
very uncomfortable. But maybe we're gonna bring some healing about, bro, because that's really
Yeah,
what I want. Because again, the church, we have failed greatly when it comes to being responsible with other people's lives.
yeah. But yeah, that's the one assumption that I feel like always has bothered me, like about Mostly about just people within the church. Yeah, like if it's somebody like out in that's up, out or whatever, and they're
That's
like,
crazy.
what
Why is it Christians that assume that? Your brothers and sisters, why are we the ones that are calling you arrogant? We're just being you. You're not thinking. All right.
the fake humbleness that you talked about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, but how can humility drive you to literally be the opposite of humble, which is to judge other people based on an appearance? We all do it. Don't get me wrong, but when it's done so repeatedly to the same bro, he just doesn't smile as much as you do. What's the problem?
Yeah,
He just deep in thought right now, or maybe he's not thinking about anything right now, which men we
which a
do
lot
have
of
the ability to
yeah,
do.
yeah,
Ladies, just a quick side note: if your man tells you he's not thinking about anything,
believe him.
believe him. We have this magical ability to just get lost in the
Yo,
abyss, and
it's
it's blissful
and
there.
bro, it's so funny too.
It is blissful in there because we just snap back and like, oh shoot,
Yeah,
where was I?
he's like, what are you thinking about? I'm like, literally nothing.
Nada. Is there's nothing going on up here right now, and it's wonderful. I think that's how we survive. Because
Yeah,
if we would be thinking all day about everything, I we go crazy, bro.
yeah, we definitely go insane.
But anyway, man, that was a good little subject that we're gonna have to visit it again
Yeah,
soon. But today we have a very interesting topic at hand, and I just want you to know I have no notes. I came off the cuff, off the rip, off the dome because what we're gonna talk about we both lived through.
it's a lot of material too, so it's
Yeah, and we're definitely gonna have to do a part two, just so you know. Today we're gonna talk about social media and the social media crisis that we're
in terms of relationships
in terms of
and everything.
relationships, in terms of personal relationships, whatever it is. Social media crisis, bro. Can I just make the statement?
Go ahead.
Social media is the absolute, and I'm quoting this man, by the way. I'm just quoting him. Social media is the absolute worst thing that can happen to a couple nowadays. The absolute worst thing. Cell phones being readily available at all times,
Hmm.
seeing other people online, living through the fakeness of it. It is the absolute worst thing that can happen to a person.
Comparison is the thief of joy. People
Actually,
say.
so Johnny Pepeng,
Shout out Johnny
Johnny
and
Pepin,
Rebecca.
yesterday he shared something on his story. He says the fastest way to kill something special is to compare it to something else. In
Mm.
other words, the comparison. Wait,
Comparing is the thief of joy.
comparison is a thief of joy.
Hmm.
Um, so social media, bro, that is literally all it is. A big comparison block.
Yeah.
You put something up, people look at it, people share it, people like it. They put something up maybe to try to one up you. You see what they put up, you think they're talking to you, but really they're just putting something up.
Hmm.
It's all a big mess,
It's all a big facade, bro.
for real.
Especially in the relationship community, bro. Like I don't believe it's hard for me to believe anything. I mean, I have all the right to not believe anything. I don't even know
Yeah.
these people I'm looking at through the screen.
Hmm.
But you know how many times like like I've been at work, right? Like this was like years ago. I was at work and at work, I'm a forklift driver. I unload and load trucks. And there we have other employees that are 100% all women that work in the office.
Yeah.
You know who they are.
Yeah.
They're the ones who you got to give the paperwork to.
Hmm.
And one of them, I remember she was in the office talking about her marriage and everything, blah blah. And I went out of the office and I was talking to a friend of mine. She was talking so great about her marriage, and I see her on social media posting her marriage a lot.
Yeah.
Then I was talking to this one guy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I hit that like a month ago."
Wow. Wow.
Just straight,
Líder. Wow.
bro. Just straight off the yeah, bro. Like,
Ooh. Oh my God. That makes my heart sick, man.
and again, like you go on this person's social media account, and it's like the real photo shoot. Like
Who's to say that that person wasn't lying though?
who?
The one who said that they hit that a month ago.
I believe him just because he does have a rep at work. I believe him.
Ay Dios. All right. So I've seen similar things happen. For example, a couple years ago, I remember that there was this couple that I was, for better or for worse, deeply involved with when it comes to friendships, right? Whatever.
It
And
ain't me, is it?
no, no. Uh, This guy, he's posting her every day. Every day. They've been married for 3 years at this point. Every single day, every single day, every single day. Oh, this is my wife, whatever. Always taking pictures and the selfies and whatever. And she posts him here and there. I remember there was one day that he posted her today, and a few days later, they announced that they were getting divorced. And that just led me to believe or to draw the conclusion social media means nothing to the viability of a relationship.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And the problem that I have with it is that currently it's made as though it is a milestone in a relationship. For example, when a girl says, "Oh, you haven't posted me. Why haven't you posted me?" This is a modern problem
Yeah.
because what is she really asking for? Listen, I want you to show and tell the world that you are exclusive to me, that no one else is, occupying your romantic love space,
Hmm.
and that you are basically dedicated solely to me as a man. What does that sound like to you?
Sounds like an egotistical person.
No, no, no. See, these are not bad things to ask for.
They're not. It's,
It sounds like she wants what she really wants is a marriage, because those are things that should be exclusive for a marriage. You're exclusive to me. Everybody knows that you're exclusive to me and I'm exclusive to you. We are okay with being seen in public together. There's nothing that can come up and say, "Wait, that's mine." And then that sense of security, instead of a ring, it's an upload to Instagram.
mm,
And then we have substituted the necessity of going deeper into relationships. And then once they're posted,
mm.
they're satisfied for a little bit. When reality, instead of social media being posted on his Instagram, on his Facebook or whatever, instead of that being a milestone, the real milestone should be how close are we to getting married. But that doesn't happen anymore as
No,
much.
no.
And people are still getting married. In fact, the divorce rates are coming down, thankfully. But it's still a problem.
And
And there's actually something that Manny and Crystal were actually shooting ideas back and forth with me on this. They basically said that a lot of women need that security from her man, because if he hesitates to post her, there I say that there might be a problem.
yeah, because it's like, who are you trying to keep me from?
Exactly. Basically, do you still have a herd of hoes that
Yeah.
you don't want seeing me? And then there's the other dilemma. There might be women who really don't care if you're posting your wife.
Yeah.
She still want you.
Which at the end of the day, I don't know about any stats or anything. I have heard that couples who don't really post themselves, or well, I guess you can say who keep their lives a little more private,
Are the happiest
are the
couples.
happiest.
Absolutely. And that all brings me down to this. What has social media tricked us into?
Into just a number of things, and but mostly in this conversation, like just pretending that everything is cool and
Yeah.
cordial when
Bro.
that's not the case at all. But this guy, the famous TikToker, what's his name? Austin McBroom, whatever McBroom, whatever. He's like he's part of. I don't know what family he's on. He's like he was a YouTuber, and him and his family they had like a big channel and everything. They just the happiest couple you can think of.
Yeah.
Always with the reels. Like a month ago, like apparently they broke up and she took everything, and the dude is like going around, like kind of just
Not the guy who wore the Batman mask, right?
I don't know.
Okay, never mind.
He's like going around kind of having a pity party for himself. Like, oh,
I have a computer right here.
you can probably, yeah, you can. I think
Oh,
it's Austin Broom. Everybody, people who listening probably know. But it's the same thing I'm saying. Like, like you have all this you had all this content on your YouTube and whatever, and
oh, this guy. Oh, I didn't know that.
well, yeah, they like I didn't know either, but social media does a good way of showing, showing the lives of others, bad, good and bad. So it's really a double-edged sword. But
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
it's just the facade, bro.
And you know what the crazy thing is? The more public you make your relationship, the more public, if you're gonna break up, it's going to be.
Oh yeah, because you can tell instantly.
Yeah. So there's
I can tell instantly, at
of
least.
course, first start deleting all the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
They start posting less and less about them, and then the posts come up. The real ones know.
Yeah.
There's only a few.
And for the women, it usually looks like it's usually a lot of thirst traps
Yep. Yep.
or
That's
like
how
a
it
or like
starts.
a lot of selfie pictures.
Men, we just disappear,
We do disappear.
gone, just.
We do.
But then, and you know what? I'm gonna avoid generalizing here because I've seen a lot of women who have disappeared, and I've seen a lot of men be idiots when they break up,
Hmm.
start posting things, and it really does bother me the fact that uh we put social media on such a pedestal. And I'm just gonna say this: I feel like the absolute worst out of all of them. I don't know why is Instagram. I do not know why Instagram is the Wild West, bro. It is
Instagram is wild.
terrible. It is horrible.
Instagram is insane.
And then we as men, this is not natural for us, by the way. We don't we It is not in us to want to be in the middle all the time.
It's not. I think 'cause I have a Bible verse to back everything up. The whole relationship thing, man, like it really does like steal the joy from just relationships dynamics, bro.
Yeah.
You can have a dynamic with your wife where it's like you guys are very content and happy just having movie nights and just having very simple things in life. Usually women do this. I don't care, you can say whatever you want, but usually women do this cuz
Okay. Okay.
men are real easy to just be content with, you know? Like we're good with anything, bro.
Have you seen that meme?
The
Where,
one with the
was
apartment and the
Yeah,
chair.
it's a guy. There has a lawn chair,
Yeah, a
a
TV,
TV,
his
and
Pia's.
an air bed, and
Yeah.
yeah, an air mattress. And then the woman says, "Men really think it's okay to live like this." And then the guys say, "And women really have a problem with us being happy with so little."
I have a problem with both, but
No, 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 no. Hold on. I don't think.
I see what you mean though.
Yeah, I don't feel like a man should be living in a certain situation. I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna put this. If you're single and you plan on staying single,
Yeah, that's what I was
do
gonna
what
say.
you're gonna do.
Do
Do
whatever
whatever
you
you're gonna
want to
do.
do.
That's fine. If you're gonna try to invite someone else into your life,
Yeah,
maybe clean up a little bit and just say, hey, listen, this is what I got.
or maybe prepare yourself better for that.
Exactly, exactly. I feel like there are certain milestones that you should reach before you get into the
Yeah,
dating pool. If you plan on dating to marry,
yeah.
that's pretty much.
But what I was gonna say is just that like you can have a very good dynamic for a very good, simple, just content dynamic with your relationship, and all of a sudden, let's say your girl's scrolling on Instagram and she sees that like this one guy just did this above and beyond this for his girl or whatever. Again, you have no idea,
And little do they know that they are looking at $7,000 of roses,
and
just some roses.
it's like, oh, now you don't do this for me.
I'm telling you, bro, comparison is a thief of joy.
It goes on both ways because I'm gonna be honest, as a man, I don't compare. I don't compare like my wife or anything, but as
Yeah,
a man, like it's also the clicking, bro, the likes.
yeah,
If you have a woman who is fair skin, blonde or whatever, and you're just liking brunettes that are thicker and
yeah.
darker, that was that's also you're not maybe not vocalizing it, but she sees that. She sees your name pop up on so and so's,
It's actually a very circular issue because what's gonna happen is you start liking all those things, right? Let's say that the pictures that you're liking look nothing like your wife,
hmm
and then you continue liking these pictures and engaging with these pictures. Two things are gonna happen. Number one, if your wife ever does see it, which she does, it says your man like this picture at the very bottom of that. She's gonna feel insecure because she looks nothing like the woman that you're liking, right? Which, by the way, these women are all fake. They
hmm
are all altered. That hair isn't
Photoshop
hers.
everything.
That makeup, everything, right? She's gonna see that you're liking these women that are not realistic and look nothing like her. And then what's gonna happen is your algorithm, since you're liking and engaging with these photos so much, is going to keep showing you this, and then your eyes, since you're continuing to look at these things, maybe I am attracted to these blondes. Maybe I'm attracted to the busty ones. Maybe I'm attracted to this. And then, just to make things a little bit even more drastic, if you have a porn issue,
Mm.
that is going to drive you into that same issue because every other photo has less and less clothes. Every other photo is a little bit more and more revealing.
hmm
And every other one that you like has an OnlyFans. So what's going to happen is you're going to find yourself in a trap that you set up for yourself.
Literally, and like the Bible says, the eyes are the what? to the soul.
The windows of the soul.
The windows of the soul.
Yeah.
So it's like bro. It happens with everything. God really knew. Like God is really in the details.
Yeah.
Notice how even you can be on social media, bro. I see 5 posts about pizza, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I want next?
Dominoes with the wings. Even though you didn't see wings, you want the wings too.
I see a whole bunch of posts about a BMW X5.
Ooh, we're going to the dealership tomorrow.
Bro, I'm on Car Guru like, 25,000 don't sound bad, 30,000 don't sound bad.
Mm-mm.
So who's to say that this isn't the same thing with women?
And then, just to make that a little bit more drastic.
Hold on, because I want to say one more comparison.
Go ahead.
Again, as a man,
I think I know where you're going with this, but go ahead.
you might not. As a man, because it's happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
You see a whole bunch of athletes on your
I knew that's
Explore page,
exactly where you were going.
and it's like, now I'm not happy with my body.
Mm-hmm. That's a good thing, though.
It's a good thing, but it can also be a bad
It's a good
thing.
motivator. It's a bad thing to down yourself on.
Yeah.
Because even those athletes, most of the time, those are genetically blessed people that we will never achieve.
Who have personal chefs, who
Mhm.
have the top tier like nutritionists,
who have 0.2% body fat
and who are getting paid
to do that.
to do the
For
whatever
nothing
sport,
else, just to stay in shape.
and vice versa.
If we were going to be those people, we would have been those people by now.
Yeah.
So, and then,
Maybe not even happy, because then I wouldn't be able to have as much Taco Bell as I could have.
bro. But let me tell you this though, it's incredible you talk about that. Isn't it crazy that we compare ourselves to other people who have dedicated their lives to basically be in front of a camera? That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They themselves say that they are not happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then and we think, oh, I would be happy with that, right?
Yeah.
And then as we look at these things, compare ourselves to that, we steal ourselves from the opportunity of honing our crafts and what we are good at. Because, for
Mhm.
example, why am I not making videos playing music? I can.
Mhm.
I can do that. Why am I not making videos doing drawing tutorials or whatever, or graphics tutorials?
Mhm.
Why? Because we have focused on what other people are doing. We want to do that.
Everybody wants to be an influencer.
Let it be influencing, let it be athletes, let it be modeling,
Entrepreneurship.
whatever it is. And we have our own talents that we just abandon, bro. For example, I love photography. I just love it. I've never ever decided,
Bro, you take some of the most fire pics of me.
it's just you're photogenic, bro. You're easy to take a picture
Mm.
of. Yeah, you're easy to
Off guard ones, yeah, I agree.
yeah, the off guard ones, because then if you're looking, you're trying too
Yeah,
hard, and
yeah.
it's like, bro, what are you doing? You don't smile like that, man. Come on now. But there's just so many things that we do that we can hone and make money off of it, and we don't even have to post it online.
Mm-mm.
But since this person's getting traction for it, since this person's getting money for it, since this person is getting famous and known for it, it's the fame,
Mm-hmm.
it's the notoriety that we want.
Mm-hmm.
And bringing it back to the relationships, other men and women, I'm not going to blame a single gender here, they want other people to know that their relationships are good.
Yeah, that they got it all together.
Exactly. It's almost like a globalized version of a Thanksgiving dinner. When you get home every Thanksgiving, let's say they come from, I don't know, Colorado all the way over here,
Mm-hmm.
and then oh, where's your man? Oh, you got a man? And then that's a conversation that a lot of women dread, and men. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
where's your girl? Because
When are the kids coming?
exactly, it's another year where I have to pretend to be okay.
Yeah, I see all the memes all the time.
Yeah. And then social media is that, but daily. You have to pretend to be in love, pretend to be okay, pretend that nothing is going on in your house, that
Mm-hmm.
you guys aren't fighting. On TikTok, I talk a lot about marriage, and I say it very clearly. You're not going to find a copy paste happy version of marriage on my page. You can find that anywhere else. You can go and look at other people being fake happy. If I'm going through it, you're going to know.
But if you notice, like the real content, mature couples that are happy,
Yeah.
they probably went through hell to get to that point.
Yeah.
Whether it be therapy, maybe they lived apart for like a good year, maybe they did whatever. That part isn't the part that's ever posted.
Mm-mm.
It's never like, oh, on our way to therapy now because we need
It's
it.
always the versions that are cropped and edited, just so that you can see what they want you to see.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing more than that. And some people set it up so that you can be envious of what they have.
Yeah.
Some people set it up just because. But
Again, most I think personally mostly women because men don't really care that much.
no, we don't. And to some degree, I feel like sometimes we do.
I feel like the thing.
Because let's put it this way. Let's say that you're with your wife right now, and hypothetically speaking, let's say that she would post her old man all the time when they were dating. Let's say that you knew her when she was dating someone else, and she was always posting him all the time that she could. They broke up. Now she's with you, and she barely posts you. You know she loves you, but she just doesn't show you on social media. Do you feel like that'll make you feel some type of way?
No.
No. Me, it wouldn't, just because I'm understanding a little bit, in the sense that, okay, maybe she posted this guy so much and now she doesn't want to post anyone because of how that turned out. But then that would also get me thinking, but why does she think that this isn't going to work out?
It wouldn't bother me. I don't think so much about things like that, but it just like I just like we're talking about now the whole social media thing.
Hmm.
Sometimes like I would really just think like it's probably for the better. It's cool. I don't even care. But that's just me.
Can you go with the rest of your life thinking that? Yeah. Okay. Just
Yeah.
wondering, because sometimes we
But I told
try
you.
not to think about certain things, and we overthink ourselves into like, oh, wait,
Yeah.
uh, this is going on. I thought you would be healed by now. I thought you would be okay with people seeing us by now. I know people. I know people who did not post their man until they were engaged. Smart, very smart. I know people who did not post that they were pregnant until the baby had 3 months already being born.
Mhm.
Smart. I already told Carmen, when if we ever do get pregnant or you get pregnant, I say we because people say that, I don't know why,
Yeah.
but we're not posting that. The people
No, I wouldn't either.
the people who will know are the people who have to know.
Yeah.
Like, if you know me exclusively online and we don't have a relationship in real life, you're probably not gonna know that she's pregnant.
But there's people who I feel like I was with them through the whole pregnancy.
Yeah,
Cause literally like
posting every day.
a month in, they're like you don't even have anything. They're on the sideways like, and it's like
And we just want to make this just gonna clear this up, okay? We're not against people posting,
no.
okay? In fact, if you're gonna post your pregnancy, do it. That's totally fine.
We don't want like we're not here trying to tell you what to do
We're
with your
not telling you what to
Instagram.
do. We're just saying the phenomenon that is
Yeah.
social media, and the fact that we're living this in real time. This was not a problem 20 years ago. This
The
is a very modern issue, and it evolves into things even in marriages. Because again, I was talking back and forth with Manny on this. He's like, Johan, I had to grow past the feeling the pressure of having to post for my anniversary.
mm,
And then I was telling him, isn't it crazy?
it's usually those the special days
Yeah,
too.
but is it like a birthday post? I get it, right? Happy birthday to my wife, happy birthday to my husband. But isn't it crazy that an anniversary, something that is exclusive to two people, not even the kids, to two people, me and my wife, why do I feel the pressure of having to post her for her anniversary, for our anniversary? Not saying that there's anything wrong with that. Go ahead and do it. I have done it. However, now, if you don't post somebody for your anniversary, other people are going to think, it's your anniversary today. Why did only one of them post?
Mm.
What's going on? Why didn't they post last year? Is everything okay? Oh, they might be getting divorced. Maybe they don't want people to see. And then, surely enough, it might be that they're like, yo, maybe we're not in the right space to post for our anniversary today. Or it could be, this is just for us.
Yeah.
Nobody else has to participate in this.
Exactly.
And the people who get to that level of maturity are the happiest couples.
Bro, it's like I don't know if you remember my Valentine's Day post on Instagram, but first of all, I don't want to say hate, but I strongly dislike Valentine's Day. Not because of any particular reason, but just because of the fakeness that goes on
Yeah.
and the and
People
just
knew what Valentine's Day really is, bro.
the man got shot in the head.
What?
If you look up who he was, like the man got shot in the head because he was well he didn't get I don't remember if he got shot in the head. He got killed
Did
because
guns even exist? All right. So basically, just to uh, Saint Valentine.
Saint
I was
Valentine's.
about to say Mason Valentine.
That's crazy.
Yo. That's
same
a whole different story.
same Valentine. I don't know if he was a priest. I don't know what he was, but he was what he was doing in the times that he was alive. He was basically marrying Christian couples.
Yeah, basically, it was illegal for them to get married
Yeah.
in that time, and he was like, "No, no, we're still gonna do what God tells us to do, and we're
Hmm.
going to marry people." And he was marrying people basically underground,
Yeah.
you know. And then it was discovered, and he was killed. Saint
Yeah,
Valentine
he
is
was he was like
basically a martyr of the church. For
he
those of you who don't know,
he was literally decapitated, like head off.
yeah, he was a martyr of the church.
Yeah.
And
So
we have, oh, we're Christian. We don't celebrate pagan holidays. No, that's a Christian holiday. So is St. Patrick's Day. But whatever. We're not going to get into that.
what I posted on Valentine's Day was basically like saying I find it funny because I'm on social media. You know, I see a lot of things, and I just really keep my mouth shut because it's not my business.
Yeah.
And I see all these posts, and then I posted on social media. I was like, it's crazy that one day out of the year, I'm paraphrasing, one day out of the year, like our measurement of love is basically just how much can I take from you without leaving. Like that's what we consider love.
Whoa.
That's what this generation's definition of love is. How much can I take from you, like bad stuff, without actually deciding to leave?
Está fuerte, líder.
So then what happens is Valentine's Day comes along and this guy goes who's been treating you terrible for the whole 364 days of the year decides to
Get you some flowers and a teddy bear.
get you a flower, $100 teddy bear that's like 7 foot tall,
And takes you out to eat steak.
takes you out to eat steak. You know, you take pictures, you post with him, all the love of my life, and it's like
It's meaningless, bro.
it's meaningless. And the reason that I say this, the reason that I wrote that honest is because I've seen a lot of people that message me asking for relationship advice
Mm-hmm.
who are going through the most. Then Valentine's Day comes along
Everything is dandy.
and everything is dandy.
Gotta post for the gram. Do it for the gram, bro. Now, relationships aside, we can bring social media down to a personal level. Single, because not everybody's in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yet social media is a huge problem. I say this all the time. I remember, if I can pinpoint the downfall of my mental integrity, of my state of mind, my comprehension skills, it would be when I got a smartphone. It's even ironic that they call it a smartphone, right? I remember that in high school, I was off the dome speaking full, complete, eloquent sentences. I had a good vocabulary. And then the more time in high school, I went the entirety of high school without having a phone. The entirety of it. I graduated, and even a little the first semester into college, I didn't have a phone, right? And then I was like, you know what? I work. Everybody's connected. What's the harm it could do? If I could time travel to any point in time, it would be that moment in time, and I would smack myself. Don't do it.
I mean, you can always get one of those phones that don't really.
We keep saying this. Yes, I can. There's nothing stopping me from
I mean, eventually, I think I will.
literally abandoning the grid. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. But it's gone to the point right now. It's not even feel like I can't. I I'm involved with it so much that at this point in time it wouldn't really make sense. And it'll probably be the best thing for me if I do it right now.
Yeah, I mean, realistically speaking, like, bank accounts, emails,
Yep.
connecting with people who
Even
aren't even
though
in this town.
even though those things are not all social media.
No, no, but I just mean the phone
Like
in
you
general.
you can have a smartphone
Yeah,
and not do any of that. But the thing is, you have a smartphone. If you delete the app, you will be tempted to download it again.
yeah.
I remember in 2020, from May to September, I deleted all of my social media, everything during COVID. So it was even worse. But during those 3 months, gone, and it was
Except for TikTok, though, wasn't you posting on TikTok?
no,
Wasn't you getting the bag?
no. I started posting on TikTok a little bit after that, but those were the best 3 months mentally I have ever had. I was closer to my wife. I was I had no brain fog because this causes brain fog. I wasn't always scrolling. Bro, sometimes Carmen I'm just there scrolling. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I don't know. What am I doing?" I go to open up the weather app. Boom, Instagram is open. I go to check the time. Boom, Facebook. Boom, TikTok.
This man said it's raining and hailing likes and hearts.
It's like, oh, where's my engagement? How's and you know what? Now that I have such a big following on TikTok, that's even worse because the engagement is there, and I technically have a justified reason for going on there,
Yeah.
and it's really not all that justified. But I'm telling you, bro, social media is decimating our attention span. If I see something that's too long, it might be interesting. Like I'm not reading all that.
Yeah.
It could be like less than a paragraph. I'm not reading all that. You better
Yeah.
put that in 2 sentences or less.
Yeah. I agree.
Why? Why are we like this, bro? It was not always like this.
It wasn't. But I think,
When was the last time? Oh, not you. You're actually a reader. I was gonna ask you when was the last time you read a book?
I mean, physical like paper book it's been like a month, but I mean I read on my iPad
A
the
month.
Bible stuff.
A month. Those are rookie numbers, bro.
What do you
I
mean?
don't remember the last time I read a book. How about that?
Then again, you don't have as much time as me though. I mean, I'm not justifying,
Mm.
but I see what you mean. Like, there's people who don't like,
And here's the thing: I love reading. I love reading, but I cannot bring myself to sit down and say, okay, I'm gonna read a chapter of a book today. I before teachers would have to take the books away from me because I was reading too much. In the middle of a math lesson, I was reading.
bro. Reading, you know, reading used to be my punishment for bad grades. That's how much I hated reading.
How ironic.
Like, mom, every time I would have a bad grade, my mom would be like, "Okay, we're going to the library, and I'm gonna pick out like 7 books for you to read, and you got to read them within the week." That was my punishment as a child,
That's crazy. No Cat Williams over here.
bro. But I just think social media can be a great thing.
It can
It
be.
can be a great thing because I ain't gonna lie. Like I've seen and reconnected with people from like my past a long time ago. Not even reconnect just to see how they're doing.
Yeah.
We can make money off of it. We can do this, but at the same time, bro, it steals so much from us without
I feel like it takes more than it gives,
like it's really a cancer. Like it just slowly, or like a symbiote,
bro. Symbiote. It takes over you.
bro. Like
We become the host.
yeah, like slowly, like oh yeah, let me just get on Instagram. Boom,
Now I'm gonna say this, okay? If we ever do become like notable social people, whatever,
public figures.
public figures, big followings, if I can, I will hire somebody to post for me because I am making it an effort to stay away from the social media. I really am. I will post, I will create engagement, I will do lives, whatever, but I am really not trying to live on my phone. There's an entire woman that lives in my home that needs me, that wants to spend time with me. There should be no reason a man should be scrolling on his phone for more time than he spends talking to his wife. Because then you stop scrolling, you look at your wife, and you have nothing to talk about. You can't find a single conversation. There might be a million problems going on, but you just numbed your brain.
Yeah, I mean I like getting real sent to me, and I like sending reels, but
That's that's a love language.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong. Sending memes and reels, that's a love language.
yeah, I like that.
But not when, like, sure, you can do it together when you're like, let's say you're both in the mood to just be on your phones for a little
Yeah,
bit.
like hey, look, man.
Yeah, that's fine. But don't make that the norm
Yeah, I
where
know what
that's
you
all
mean.
you do.
Hmm.
You know. So I feel like the challenge, if you're ever going to see this episode, the challenge is to take a step back. Just
When you go out to dinner, leave the
chuck your
phones in the
phone,
car.
chuck the phone, forget about it. If somebody's going to die, you're probably going to be the worst person to contact anyway. So just chuck that phone, spend some time with your loved ones, make Saturdays phone free. How about that?
Yeah, or
I'm
Sundays.
I'm trying to do that. I tried last week and I kind of failed because I grabbed my phone to do something that I considered important, and Carmen was like, "You still grabbed your phone on a Saturday. There was no reason for you to
I mean,
do
what
that."
was you gonna do? What was you
Uh,
looking for?
um, something relating to the podcast, I think, to the show.
Mm.
And then when she said that, I really told myself I really could have left this for tomorrow for Monday. There was nothing that I was gonna get done today.
Yeah, I mean, the Saturdays are your day, man. That's why I don't bother you.
Thank you. I respect that.
I don't bother you because I know what's up. But yeah, man, just social media, bro. What are we gonna do? There's nothing we can do.
Well, we can do things ourselves because asking everybody to abandon social media is honestly it's unrealistic.
Yeah,
What is realistic?
I wouldn't have been if I was making money.
No, no, no. But most people are not making money on social media. That's the funny thing. What is realistic though is telling people doing what we're doing here, like just influencing social media into positive spaces. Because right now we have two schools of thought. We have be a hoe, everything is cool, whatever, or everyone's a hoe and nothing is cool. And then there's like, yo, there's some grace. There's a middle ground here. There's what you say, there's what you say, and then there's what God says.
Hmm.
There's a truth. There's what being a man really is. There's what being a woman really is. There is still happiness in having a family. There are women who do not want to go to work and want to be stay-at-home wives, be traditional wives. There are men who want to provide for their wives and be traditional men. Not everyone is out here cheating. Not everyone is out here trying to get a look back on someone. It's always a narrative that's being pushed, and I feel like we have our own to push, which is God's.
Yeah, I think it's. I think I'm glad you said that too about the just social media does create a lot of narratives that aren't even there.
Yeah,
Like there's people who never gone through anything in their life in terms of like they never got cheated on. They never have a real reason to have trust issues.
yeah,
But because they see everybody else on social media, the majority having trust issues, saying, "Oh, I don't need no nigga," for example, or
yeah.
I don't need no girl." Blah blah blah. These girls, all they do is
No,
lie,
no.
cheat.
You need us and we need you.
It's like, bro, like you ain't even gone through this, but just because everybody else is going through, you automatically generalize that that's gonna happen to you.
Bro, it is so fake out there that the people who you are following that are giving you this narrative, this one sided narrative, don't even believe it themselves. Andrew Tate
Oh yeah,
has a whole wife and kids.
yeah,
I just want you to know that. He has multiple kids with multiple different women. But right now, wife and kids. And yet he tells you to go out there and be an alpha male and conquer as many women as you possibly can. There is a problem with what we're listening to. And the more attention we give it, the more it becomes our personality. Because we are what we consume. That doesn't just apply to food; it applies to content.
yeah. You know, it's crazy in the Bible. I don't know where it is, but it talks about how when they used to send men out to war, they used to literally have they used to I think they used to put either cleanse or they used to put blood on their ears, on their eyes, and on certain members of their bodies
Okay.
as a way of protection.
Hmm.
Specifically, I want to focus on the ears and the eyes part
Yeah.
because I always talk about it. Like it all depends what you consume and what you take in. It's not just food and dieting, but it's also like food for thought and dieting, like through your phone, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh, why can I stop watching porn, bro? Because all the girls that you watch, that you see on Instagram, are all porn stars
Exactly.
with showing any little skin. Oh,
And that's all you need to.
why don't none of my relationships work, bro? Because you keep listening to Drake and Bryson Tiller, who just talk about toxicity.
And you keep liking other women's photos, and your wife sees that she doesn't feel secure by you. You do not provide the security and the reinsurance that she is the only woman that you want in this life.
Bro, I'll never forget this one thing. I know you're not a fan, but Michael Todd said once in a preaching,
Oh,
he's
let me just stop you right there. I'm a fan of the good things that he says
yeah. I mean, I always tell you
because
like,
good is good.
yeah, good is good. He says the reason he said most of the reason why relationships aren't working, especially for guys, is because we keep listening to people like Drake and Bryson, who basically just what they do is we think we're living those lyrics, and I'm a fault of that.
Yeah.
Like I remember I used to listen to Bryson Tiller, and there used to be songs, and I used to be like, oh yeah, I'm him. Like no, you're not, bro. You're Oscar Rodriguez, and that's Bryson Tiller.
Yo, this is crazy. It's interesting that you're tying in the music industry along with social media because it is part of it.
It is part of it.
That's that I really never made that comparison. We we are influenced by literally anything.
Anything.
Music, food, what we see, what we want. And bro, if you listen to what these kids are listening to nowadays, the music is always inducing them. Let's talk about boys, okay?
Yeah.
Inducing them to be hoes, basically, get women.
Mhm.
We all know the term "fuck bitches get money." We
Yeah.
all know it. Uh, we are inducing young men to make their entire personality about the amount of money that they have.
Yeah. Or the amount of women that they get.
Exactly. Uh, every rapper that I've ever heard, always, it's almost like a ritual. They always have a verse or many verses about how high or drunk they are. So now we're, apart from telling men to be hoes, apart from telling men to make their entire personality about their pockets, we are now telling men to live under the influence.
So what Michael Todd said, because I found it, it said that there's more men that know lyrics to rap songs that degrade the relationship you want to have than scriptures or anything that builds up.
Very true.
So if we all have, you know, fuck bitches get money in our hearts,
Hmm.
what's the de la abundancia del corazón?
What's in the heart, you will speak. Basically,
It's all
you will speak what is in your heart. If God puts good things in your heart, you will be a fountain of wisdom, a fountain of good. However, sin aside, because we're going to be sinners regardless.
yeah.
However, if all you're listening to is Kevin Gates, if all you're listening to is Gucci Mane, if all you're listening to Bryson, bro, you are setting yourself up for failure. And then it's also the women who are listening to these guys too.
Nah,
And then,
the women have their own like.
bro, I know, they got. Listen, I know that
Eh,
they got the weekend and the freaky deaky things.
nah, they got like sexy red and ice spice and.
Ew, hold on. Never say those names in my home ever again. Okay,
Well, I mean,
this is a Christian household. No, what I'm saying is,
it's disgusting.
yeah, let's just put the same people, right? Let's just say Drake and whoever and Kevin Gates, whatever, right?
Mm.
If men and women listen to the same person, they're both going to assume that that behavior is okay. Men are going to think it's okay to be promiscuous as a man, and women are going to think it's okay for a man to treat her like garbage. Because you cannot, it isn't consistent to listen to something that you disagree with.
And the worst part for women is that women take this in and they think that this is the standard for masculinity.
Exactly. Exactly. And then if you don't got what they got, you're not a real
You're not a
man.
real man.
But little do you know that not even they got what they got.
Well,
Do
and
you know
then
how many artists are filing for bankruptcy right now that you don't know? Oh, I'm not getting into that one. Nope, not touching that one.
not even just that, but like you know how many of these artists probably have like what's it domestic violence cases under them.
Do you know how many of these men?
But you want a Kevin Gates in your life until he put the hands on you.
Did you? Okay, this is. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. You remember when they asked him, "Yo, do you hit women?" He's like, "I can't speak for any other man, but if a woman disrespects me, oh Lord, she better watch out." I'm like, bro, how can you say that with a straight face? And then no, nobody does nothing. Everybody just keeps going along with their day, and you still keep playing that man's music.
And
It's
you still
it's
keep going
ridiculous.
after the same type of man. And
Yeah,
then you wonder why. And then the guys go for the same type of women that have that rough and grittiness, not a feminine woman. Not even okay, not even a feminine or a biblical woman or anything like that. But even a softer woman. No, you rather go for the women that are
that's gonna mistreat you.
that's gonna mistreat you, that's gonna not appreciate, that's gonna what's the word?
Be ungrateful.
Now when you put somebody down, when you degrade,
Yeah,
you're gonna pick a man that degrades you or a woman that degrades you, that talks to you crazy.
yeah.
Bro, the way I be seeing is usually like New York women,
Hmm.
they have a rep.
Hold on.
Nah, 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 nah,
Let's
nah, nah.
not generalize.
Nah. I'm not gonna. There's women everywhere that do this, but close to
Nah, it,
proximity,
it is. It is.
bro. New York women are crazy, and I don't want to get into that podcast. But bro, how? Me personally, I wouldn't be
I
able to
guess I
do it.
apologize to all the New Yorkers, all the women
And
that
maybe
are.
not all of you guys, but they're like, and I get it. You know, your environment had to mold you and shape you to be
I
this
mean,
way.
speaking about New York women, it's one thing to wake up to, "Hey baby, how you doing? Good morning." To, "Yo nigga, get out bed, get out." It's a whole different thing.
Bro. And and
Waking up
and
with a tint
and
to the head.
the crazy thing is that most of these women want to be soft and gentle and be
But they have been guided down the path of being how they are. It's almost like a defense mechanism.
it. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
It's like, oh, you're gonna treat me like this? This is how you want me to be? Bet.
That's why you
This is
see.
what we got.
That's why you see women nowadays that they sleep with a guy and they themselves call the Uber. Like, get out.
Yo, what is this going to? What is going on? See that that right there. I blame that mostly for what other people see on social media because it is very easy to generalize and make assumptions based on what you have conditioned yourself to believe. You see all this happen on Instagram, you see this happening on
Hmm.
Facebook, and now you think that every man is going to treat you like this. And little do you know, you probably just sent the best thing that could have ever happened to you, packing on an Uber back to Staten Island.
Just because he rather listen to, I don't know, he rather listen to,
G Herbo.
no, no, no. He rather just listen to somebody, like, in that sense, what you just said right now. What'd you say? Repeat it.
Uh,
You'll send that man who's probably the best thing for you packing.
yeah.
Again, just because he rather listen to anything that isn't rap,
Yep.
anything that isn't violent, maybe because he doesn't fit your standard of masculinity.
Yeah. And by the way, just to make a quick emphasis on the fact that we're not trashing the rap genre, okay?
No.
I feel like we both have been featured on rap songs, you know,
Featured? Bro,
or
I've made rap songs.
you made your own rap songs, yeah, but don't listen to them, please. This man sucks. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm playing about that, by the way.
It's all right.
Bro, I see the hurt on your face.
Nah, bro.
Damn, bro.
Hey, it was a season of my life and it's cool.
It was a joke.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool.
I still rocked with you back then. Anyway, what I'm saying is, we're not against the genre in it of itself. Anything can be like a beautiful message can be packed in any paper.
Yeah.
You know, the problem is that we have taken something good because the origins of rap were noble. They were good. There were protest movements. There were things empowering people,
Hmm.
right? And now we have taken that and just like with every other thing, because there's not a single genre that doesn't have this, we've bastardized it into something that is basically undigestible at this point.
Yeah, I told my friends in the group chat. I was like, bro, like, because they were talking about rap, and I was like, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. It's not even because like I'm a Christian or I'm trying to do better. Because at the end of the day, I'm one of the ones who believe that it's not a sin to listen to it.
Right.
It is just a slippery slope.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. So I was like, bro, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, it just all sounds the same. Like I was specifically we were talking about like Lil Durk, for example. I was like, bro, doesn't Lil Durk just get tired of singing about ops, singing about shooting, doing this and that? Like, doesn't this guy ever get tired of just singing about this?
People who probably have no idea how to hold a gun.
I'm not denying that.
Yeah,
Whatever.
maybe they do, but what I'm saying is that's how far the facade can go.
The facade can go as far as a kid who grew up in the suburbs listens to Lil Durk and now he feels like he can live the same lifestyle.
This makes people think that they have to pick a struggle.
Yeah.
Like they have to struggle. Wasn't it T.I.'s son
Yeah.
that was rapping about the struggle and
Bro,
whatever?
T.I.'s son the other day he was eating noodles in a tinfoil bowl.
Yeah, bro. And like, yo, you grew up in a gated community.
Like
What are
you
you
probably have
talking
fine
about?
china that you could use, bro.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean we're still on social media, but we just kind of disconnected the social. Now we're in the media aspect of just
Yeah,
overall. Like there's just so many things that we don't realize that they really do things to our
our psyche.
to our psyche.
It does. And have you ever? For those of you who have never seen, it's on Netflix. Hopefully, it's still there. It's a documentary called The Social Dilemma. You're gonna watch that, and you are going to want to delete social media. You're gonna want to get rid of it. And there's another one on HBO Max that talks about how fake. I think it's. Oh my god, I gotta find it. Hold on, I gotta say it because.
I think I remember which one that is.
Hold on.
They were like trying to create influencers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and apparently I don't know where. I think it's in Cali, but there's like this
The pink
plane.
wall.
No, no, there's like this plane. It's not even a. It's not, it's a private jet cut in.
Fake famous.
Yeah, it's a private jet like cut in half, where people can go and take pictures, and it looks like you're taking a picture in an actual private jet.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I was like, people do that,
Bro.
bro. I started looking at everybody's private jet pictures, like
the same.
I was like,
And it is a $1 million idea. Because some man saw people being stupid enough to do this and said, you know what? I'm not going to feel bad for capitalizing on people's stupidity.
nope,
Man said, fine, I got some plywood here. I got some chairs.
yep.
Let's make it happen. Boom.
I'm gonna charge. I don't know what 250, 150, 250. I don't know how much
I
it
don't know how
charges,
much. Whatever it is, it's too much.
bro.
And at the same time, it's not enough.
Probably not. Bro, there's probably people who aren't even famous who probably save up just to take pictures
Hmm.
like that.
It's honestly, it's revolting, but it's really revealing of how simple minded we can be. And if you, we can be on the path to success, right? Like we're just going there, and then somebody signs something shiny in our face, just dangles a pair of shiny keys, just dangles it in our face. Oh, like cats. We just go over there,
Hmm.
completely derail ourselves from the entire process that we're going through, just for some likes. I'm telling you, y'all need to watch The Social Dilemma and Fake Famous,
Yeah.
and you will notice how big of a problem social media really is.
And
And
we're
and just sorry to interrupt you, but just to like, it's crazy that you can think that this is counterintuitive because we are going to be on social media. This is going to be on social media.
yeah.
We're trying to shift it for the best. For those of you who will listen, we're trying to shift what you see for the best.
Yeah. I just think it's just the whole comparison thing. I got the Bible verse here. I've read it here before. First Thessalonians 4:11, where it says, "Make it your goal to live a quiet life,
Yeah. Oh, I love that verse.
minding your own business and working with your hands." Talking about the passions that we always all grow up
Yeah.
with, but we don't sharpen because everybody wants to be an influencers and entrepreneurs and all this. It's not even in you, bro. You're like you're great with numbers. Go be an accountant.
But we want the notoriety, bro.
Just as we instructed you before. Then people who are not believers will respect you the way you live. So it's hard to respect anybody on social media,
Yeah.
and you will not need to depend on others'
No.
validation. I don't need others to make me feel good according to what I post. Because if I have my own passions and my own desires, I do it for the fulfillment and satisfaction of myself, not because I need anybody else's applause on social media. Sure, if you're an artist and you paint and you want to, whatever your artwork, to help you grow, that's cool.
Yeah.
But not everything is for everybody.
Not everything is for everybody. We need to let people like just sit on that, okay? Maybe you have a dream to make it far, to be famous. Not a bad dream. But maybe do something that requires your brain.
Bro, like I said all the time, we see all the time is drug dealers. You're good business management.
Yeah.
There's girls who are good at I don't know. Uh, sh- let's say the girls who grew up playing basketball.
Go for that.
You don't got to be on social media showing your body off. Like you nice at basketball. Look at this girl, Krishan Rock, the Blue
Yeah.
Faces girl. The
Hmm.
girl's a natural born athlete. Look where she at. Girl would have probably maybe would have got a full ride scholarship somewhere to study something.
You know the crazy thing about Krishan, bro? She's not ugly.
No, that's not even a crazy thing, but I know what you
No,
mean.
no, no. Like the way that she presents herself, the missing teeth or the whatever,
The face
the
tattoo now.
face tattoos, and her demeanor make her look completely different to what maybe she was once in her life.
Girl was a track star, bro.
Do you remember a photo of Nicki Minaj before she became famous?
hmm
And then we see what it is now. She was a simple woman, normal woman, and now completely different, altered everywhere. And she actually has a brain, but she doesn't advertise a brain.
Bro, in our culture, Tokisha. Have you seen that girl's that interviews?
I have.
That girl's an intellectual.
She can talk. She can speak. She has thoughts. But what sells, bro?
What
What
sells?
is, here's a question. What is the easiest and shortest path to fame? To degrade yourself. Well, this man's gonna find it. And we're close to wrapping up, just so you know. I have a question of the day, but I'm not gonna ask it. Next week we're gonna do a Q&A. So I'm just gonna save the couple that I have here in the chamber. You got it.
Matthew 7. Should I read the whole thing? Yeah, I'll read the whole thing. Just 13 and 14. This is the Sermon on the Mount,
Okay.
where Jesus, literally red letters, Jesus says, "You can enter God's kingdom only through the narrow gate. The highway to hell is broad. It is a gate. It is wide For the many who choose that way, but the gateway to life is very narrow and the road is difficult, and only a few ever find it.
In context, that's talking about salvation,
In context, it's talking
which
about
is really
salvation.
the only thing that we can really end up talking about here, because everything, it's a conducive path.
Hmm.
Where are you thinking about the long term? Where are you going? If you're gonna get anything from this, let me preach to you real quick. The purpose of this life is to live for Jesus. It's not to live for yourself. It's not to make money. It's not even to be happy on this planet, regardless what other pastors have told you. The purpose of this life right now is to live a full, dedicated life to Jesus, to the Word of God, to fulfill what we have been told to do, and and to find joy in doing these things. There are gonna be days that you're not gonna be happy. I haven't been happy all week, but my joy has been unmoved. I'm like a rock right now. I'm good. Am I gonna feel some hurt here and there
Yeah,
financially?
it's
Of
normal.
course. Is this the last time I'm gonna feel these things? Probably not. But I encourage you to choose wherever you are. If you have decided to be uh to sell yourself to social media, if you've decided to live off of what other people are saying, basically taking their terrible advice, I advise you today to choose the narrow path. As you can see, the wide path, everybody's on it. Some people are dancing back and forth.
Hmm.
Choose a narrow path.
Bro, there's people who don't even like what they do.
No,
There's people on social media who just post and yeah, they're all smiles, but the camera's off and they're like,
yeah. If that's you, we just want you to know there's a way out.
yeah, I mean, I get it. You're making money, but I also know I've not know, but I've seen people literally give that all up.
Yeah, bro. Somebody said, not all money is good money. You should probably make a decision for yourself. We're just two guys who see something happen. We think it's an interesting topic and we talk about it.
Yeah,
Mainly because we've lived through it ourselves too. But keep in mind, not all money is good money. Not all fame is good fame.
yeah,
I think that's a sweet spot to leave it today, bro.
yes, sir.
So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to Stay Uncomfortable. This was Johan.
It's your boy Oscar.
See you around here next week.